OCC. With OCC. Everybody familiar with OCC, correct? No? Yes? No? Okay. Just to give you, can everybody hear me okay? Yeah. I think I need a microphone. Just to give you a little update on OCC. Basically, OCC is a license that you're required to have if you finance vehicles. Okay? Now, a lot of us will say that, well, we don't finance vehicles. The only thing we do, you know, we'll collect a down payment, and then later on the person might come back 2 weeks later and pay us the balance of the money. How many do that? Something similar to that. Okay, are you required to have OCC license if that's the way you sell? Yes. The answer is yes. The answer is yes. Any portion of the money that you don't collect at the same time, or any portion of the money that is deferred for any length of time, is considered financing. Okay. So, now, you see a lot of advertisements where we're put on there 0 interest. In other words, we're not charging customer interest. Of course, we all know that you've taken the interest and you've added into the price, and we all know that, but the consumer doesn't know that. So when the consumer comes and pay a portion of the vehicle and then another portion is delayed for 30 days, is that financing?
Yes, sir.
Yes, it's financing. So the bottom line is, anything that you're doing to defer a portion of your money out, you're financing, and you need an OCC license. Now, I think it was about 5 years ago, OCC came down and basically terrorized El Paso, okay? Had all of us running. The reason is because we wasn't familiar with OCC, so they gave us a grace period to go ahead and get your OCC license. If you did not do that, the next step was you would be assessed a $10,000 fine. Now, some of us had to deal with that. The only way around that is change the name of your dealership and start a new dealership. Well, you know that how much of a hassle that is. OCC registration, if you do not have OCC, this letter's out. You need to have it done by, I forgot the date already. July 1st. July 1st. What happens if you don't apply and get your initial license, or what happens if you miss the renewal? You can be assessed a $10,000 fine. Now, OCC is not one of these fines that if you don't renew it, you can kind of just blow it off and they'll go away. No, they don't go away. They continue until they come visit you, and they will shut you down. From what I understand, there was one deal already that this has applied to. Okay, so what you need to do, if you do not have an OCC license, you need to apply and get one very quick. And if you have an OCC license, it's your responsibility to make sure that you renew it. Now, just personal experience, I missed mine, I guess it was maybe 2 years ago, I think it was. Missed it by a week. They charged me $1,000. And that business was slow, and I asked them, can I make it in payments, and they said no. So they show you. I asked them would they let me finance a few cars and get them their money, and they said no. So the bottom line is, guys, it's very serious though, that you need to, if you need to renew. Now, this is the catch-all also. It is not their responsibility to remind you of your renewal. That's what they tell you. So if you tell them, oh, I didn't get it in the mail, oh well. Okay? So this year, something different that they're doing is basically putting it online where you can renew online. So if you just go into, I think you can just do a login. They have a login website here. If you don't have it, you can get it from us before we leave, or if you give one of us our phone number, we'll fax it to you. But just log in. It's a 15-minute little ordeal that you go through. Log in, pay it. What is it? $100? $200? The first one is like $100, $150, $152
To renew?
150. 150. That's initial, right? And then I think the renewals are like 100, something like that. Okay. But make sure you do it. That's important. Okay. Any questions on OCC?